You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, Y&R fans. It is Belinda from Soap Dirt, and I have got your full roster of weekly spoilers for Y&R for Monday, February 26th, all the way through Friday, March 1st. And the first 3 days of the week are the last 3 days of February sweeps, but there is still big action happening all week long. I'm so excited to tell you about it. If you haven't, though, please reach down and click subscribe so you don't miss any of our updates. Now let's dive right in. Monday, February 26, 2024 is season 51, episode 100 of Young and the Restless. We have Tucker making promises to Audra. She is very concerned about this stuff that, Ashley was saying to her, and she pressures Tucker, and he finally admits that Ashley snuck into his hotel room. I think it's a good sign that he told her the truth, but I still suspect he is going to end up hurting Audra. And he does call to arrange their Paris trip. She's very excited about that. And then he takes her to bed, and when she's worn the old man out, she gets up and she sneaks out of his room at the GCAC, and she heads over to the Abbott mansion. Meanwhile, at the Abbott mansion, Ashley has her family worried. Jack and Tracy are trying to figure out how they can help her. Billy's not as worried and thinks that Ashley knows what she's doing, but Tracy and Jack are, very concerned when Ashley basically implies that she's going to give Tucker another chance in her life, but she insists she's in control, and it definitely seems like she's out of control. Like, she's kind of saying the right things, but then she also kind of seems like she's going off the deep end at the same time. It's very weird. Abby and Devon are also worried about Ashley when she basically encourages Devon to give his dad another chance. And Esther Valentine finds herself playing peacemaker over at Chancellor Winters when Devon and Billy are picking at each other. Nate and Chance also bring in the music fest idea. Devon is actually excited about it, even though he shot it down from Nate in the past, like a year ago, I think. But Devon says he likes it, but Chance isn't very happy because Billy is not supportive like he expects him to be. And that takes us into Tuesday, February 27th, season 51, episode 101. And we've got Audra at the door of the mansion on Monday, but then Tuesday she goes inside and she and Ashley get into a whole thing. Audra's basically telling her, stay away from Tucker, go kick rocks, I'll play dirty, I enjoy playing dirty, be warned. And I'm sure Ashley is again going to call her little girl or something like that. And the trash talking shall ensue. I'm just not entirely sure that Tucker is a guy worthy of these two having a cat fight over him, but it's going to happen nonetheless. Jack Abbott hits Tucker with an ultimatum. I'm sure it's, go away, don't come near my sister, stop it. And Tucker is probably going to say something like, well, I can't help it if she can't quit me, Meanwhile, Phyllis spends some time catching up with Amanda Sinclair, and that should be fun because their vibes are always really, really spirited. Wednesday, February 28th is episode 102 of season 51. Victoria Newman has a tough decision to make at the same time that Victor and Claire are plotting on how to set a trap for Jordan Howard. Victoria does not want her daughter involved in this, so I'm sure the tough decision is signing off on it. She told her dad no, and he went to Claire anyway. And of course, Claire said yes, because she is trying to redeem herself in the eyes of the Newmans for, pushing Nikki off the wagon, drugging her, drugging all of them, almost letting them all die, all that good stuff. And Victor, I think, is being very cutthroat with Claire. I think he's dangling the emotional support of the family and her being embraced by the family if she will help them out. And I think she's falling for it hook, line, and sinker, but we all know how manipulative Victor Newman can be. And something troubling happens with Ashley on Wednesday. I feel like she's had some sort of nervous breakdown, but it's manifesting in a very strangely calm way. I don't know. I definitely don't think that she's okay. Definitely definitely let me know in the comments what you think, though. Thursday, February 29th is episode 103 of the current season, and Devon is standing firm. So that could be about Tucker, about not letting him back in him and Dom's life, or it could be about this Chancellor Winters name change, which Billy wants, Jill wants, Devon definitely doesn't want. We don't know what Lily wants because she's not back yet, but she'll be back soon because she was already back in the studio filming. Also on Thursday, Chelsea loses it with Adam. Of course, this is about Connor. Adam is kind of taking all this very personally instead of looking at it more objectively, the whole OCD diagnosis and all that. I think he feels like he's somehow responsible, and I think he's just not handling it well. And I do think that Billy is going to have to talk Chelsea down. Sally's probably going to have to talk Adam down. It's definitely all messy. I just wonder if they're going to bring Connor back to Genoa City or if he's going to stay at that school. I know that he's got scenes coming up, but I don't know if we're going to see him permanently back in town. And Victor debates with Victoria, and they finally reach an agreement about this Claire thing. And it looks like Victoria is going to say, all right, let's do this. Let's just get it over with. Friday, March 1st, 2024, season 51, episode 104. This is how we're going to close out the week. Big cliffhangers. Nikki Newman gets news that shocks her. Clearly, this has to be about Jordan. We don't have any specific spoilers for Jordan for this week, but I think that's because Jordan is going to be doing a lot of big and bad things, and they don't want to give away all the juice, right? And Victor makes a promise to Victoria about something, and I'm sure it's about keeping Claire safe. I just worry if the news that Nikki gets might be that Jordan has somehow gotten her clutches on Claire. I just don't know if Victor and his plan are going to outmaneuver Jordan and her plan, because she's been planning for a lot longer and she seems to always be a couple of steps ahead. We'll see. And I'm still interested if we see more of Seth and if he becomes more of a pawn in Jordan's game. We have Phyllis propositioning Danny Romalotti on Friday, and I feel like that she thinks all of her talk with him is always very sexual. And where Christine is talking about feelings with him, Phyllis is using her body, showing off her body, shoving her tongue down his throat. So the proposition, I feel like, is going to be tawdry. I think she thinks if she can get him back in bed, she can win him over. And she may not be wrong. I mean, she's gorgeous, and Christine is very vanilla compared to her. So we'll just see how it goes. I don't feel sorry for Danny at this point because he keeps saying he doesn't want Phyllis, but then he keeps acting otherwise. So I got no sympathy for him. If Phyllis, starts getting obsessed and going nuts on him again, he's almost asking for it. All right, those are all of our Y&R spoilers for the week of the 26th through March 1st. Definitely drop your comments. Let me know what you're looking forward to seeing happen. Please click subscribe if you haven't already, and definitely come back soon. And as always, this is Belinda from Soap Dirt.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.